Hi, I'm Ted Kefalo, President of Equator Audio here at the NAMM Show with my friend George, who's got the video camera in hand. He wanted me to talk a little bit about our speakers. Let me first remind everybody who doesn't know that Equator started around 2007 with the Q series, very sophisticated, very high-end, very expensive speakers. The Q15s are $4,000 each, the Q12s are $27.95 each, and they found their way into places like Christina Aguilera's and Puff Daddy's and Skywalker Ranch and other real high-end places. We leveraged that technology and we came out with the smaller D5. The main focus of our design has been twofold. Two things. First, coaxial, and that means the high-frequency driver is in the center of the low-frequency driver. Coaxial so that they're phase and time coherent. The second thing that we really wanted to accomplish is we wanted every speaker to play the same way, because no two speakers are made the same on an assembly line. So we have an internal DSP to match the curves, and what that does is it protects the imaging so that there's no imaging shifts. These speakers have been voiced by really sophisticated voicing people, real studio pros, from Francis Buckley and Gerhard Yost to Chris Bellman. Chris is a mastering engineer at Grumman, and Francis Buckley's got a Grammy for Best Recorded Record with Quincy Jones, and Gerhard has got just a whole host of awards, including Emmys for TV work, and he just did a Super Bowl commercial with the D8s. But they helped voice the D5s and the D8s, and the real point of the D5s is to make sure that the mid-range is really clear and coherent and reveals any clicks, pops, or those kinds of things. Interestingly, one of the first people to buy a D5 was Paul Calder from Futurama, and I was a little surprised that one of the first ones went there, but he loved them, and then all of a sudden they started filtering through the Fox lot and other places, and they've kind of made their way into these video editing places because they really do an incredible job. They're small, and they've got a tremendous clarity in that mid-range, and they can really reveal edits and pops and stuff. In fact, I was shocked when I first took my first pair of voice D5s home. I was laying on the couch listening to an old Jethro Tull, that's right, Jethro Tull record. I was listening to Stand Up, recorded in the 70s. Terrible recording. But I was laying down listening to it, and for the first time, I heard the flute behind every organ part on Reasons for Waiting, and I knew that we had real detail in the mid-range. I then went back and listened to some Beatle records, and to my horror, I often thought that Rubber Soul was the first perfect record, but started hearing the edits, and back then they were razor blade edits, and I heard all the edits, and now unfortunately I hear the edits every time I hear those songs. Yeah, the D5s really do point out the issues throughout that mid-range.
How much are they going to set you back?
These things are available online from equatoraudio.com, and they're $399 a pair. Yeah, an unbelievable price, really are. Hi, this is New for NAMM. This is Ted again, and I wanted to show the new EMC Equator Monitor Controller. This is balanced in, unbalanced in, balanced out, and a trim control so that you can actually adjust the two outputs. Monitor selector here switches between monitors that you have. 3 inputs. The third input selector is actually a Bluetooth selector. So somebody walks in your studio and says, I've got this track I want to use, they can just fire it up on Bluetooth. Right? And that actually came to me. I was in a studio in Hollywood, and it does a lot of work. And one of their composers came in and said, "Hey, this is the track I want to do." And he had it on his phone, and the engineer fumbled for about 10 minutes trying to find a way to get it from his phone to his monitors. And I went, "Whoa, there's a product there, and this is it." It's using really high-end codecs. I mean, you're not going to want to record with Bluetooth, but it's for what I just said. But it's there. Cool.